Hey everybody, this is Diggy here from ForexHabits.com. Today it is Tuesday, it is the 13th of November, and it is almost the end of the trading session in New York. We only have, I think, about 2 hours left of the session. So today I just wanted to give a quick screenshot of my account that I've been trading with. It is a demo account, of course, but today I tried something different and I've been scalping today, which is something I don't usually do. Usually I make my analysis on the weekend. I set my entry points according to the analysis. If they get hit, then I do the trade. If they don't get hit, I don't do anything. But today, actually based on a question of a reader who asked if technical analysis applied to short-term trading as well, and the answer to that is most definitely yes. But the reason why I don't like short-term trading is because it means you have to stay glued to your screen for most of the day, and you're taking more risks because you can't work so easily with stops and profit orders because of the fact that you're scalping and you only try and take 5 or 10 pips at a time on a currency, a couple of points at a time on an indice, and that just makes it very difficult. I mean, today to get these results, I sat in front of the computer for a good straight 8 hours or so. I made multiple trades, some wins, some losses, and I actually tried to record this in real time as I did it, but the computer crashed, so unfortunately I can't show you that. I will definitely make another video and I will do that in real time so you can see what's going on. This account, by the way, was a 100,000 virtual US dollar account that I started on 21 October. It is 13 November, so that's in about 3 weeks. I ran it up from 100,000 to 237,000. Now I am trading a little bit bigger than I should if it were real money. At one stage when I was starting, my drawdown was about 30%, which is too much to risk for the account, of course, but after that I've been taking it relatively easy. Today I did not risk more than 4% of the account, 3% actually. So I'm trading well within my means, and it just shows you what's possible with technical analysis with trading. Now I made some trades. We can go and have a look on the chart. These are still orders that are standing in. This is a daily Euro Japanese yen from my analysis that I did on the weekend. I think tomorrow actually we're going to get a big up day and we're going to hit that order. So what I did today, let's just switch this to a quick, let's see, 15-minute chart. Might give you a good overview of the scalping I did, and I can give you some reasoning behind that. So this is a trade where I just scalped a few pips a couple of times. I could have stayed in it in hindsight and it would have been more profitable, but once again, here I entered this to the long side after on a 15-minute chart and a 5-minute chart after this candlestick pattern, and on the 5-minute chart the indicators were going bullish. We broke the 21 moving average after the close of this candle. That's where I went long. It's because also on the 15-minute chart we were going bullish, and it was very likely that we were going to hit up to at least the 100 exponential moving average on the 15-minute chart, but probably further up. But as you can see, I closed it when it hit the 100 average, and that was a nice, we can see, I think it was about 65 to 76. That was 11 pips. Here my stop would have been just under the 21 moving average. So as you can see, I entered here, it dropped to the 21 moving average where I would have put my stop at about 52, and we went up. And here once again we had this retracement back to under these moving averages. We had two bullish 15-minute candles to the upside where we poked through the 50, and I thought this would be a good point for a long position. My stop would have been just under this candlestick, and as you can see, that was also about 10 pips. I think 79 to 89, yeah, that was 10 pips. In hindsight you could have kept it longer, but when you're scalping and you can take 10 pips, that is kind of the objective with the trades. Now we can see on the Euro US dollar, which by the way I definitely think is going to head higher tomorrow based on these candle formations and based on this bottoming pattern that we've been having. So we can probably go long, and we're probably going to head tomorrow to this entry point that I mentioned in the weekend analysis at about 127.70. We'll probably hit that tomorrow. So let's have a look at the 15-minute chart quickly. what did I do today? My Euro US dollar trade was actually a losing trade because I got stopped out by literally by like 2 pips was my mental stop, and I just closed it, and after that I shot out. So it was kind of the same situation. We had this huge bullish engulfing candle here. We poked through the 21 moving average, the indicators crossed to the upside, and it looked like a positive trade. So I went long here thinking it would go at least to the 100 moving average or higher, but we had a bit of a pullback, and my stop was actually, it was about over here, just around this point. I wanted to close it about 73, 74, and I literally closed right at the bottom, like one more pip, and I would have stayed in the trade and we could have ridden this to the upside, but that's what happens, you know. And I entered at 83, I closed it at about 72. So when I'm scalping, you know, you got to stick to the strict rules. I risked 1% on that trade, and when it got hit, and that's just how you must trade. Part of the game. Now the Nasdaq, we can have a look at that quickly. You can just clear this out. I do also think, by the way, that the markets and the currencies will head higher tomorrow. So we can see what I did here, just to give you an example. This side did quite a few trades on this Nasdaq. Actually, last night I did a short trade over here, and we wrote that out. That was pretty nice, which actually gave me an initial profit and buffer to work with. So from 84 to about 73, that's 10 points on the Nasdaq. That's pretty big for a Nasdaq trade, and that gave me about 7,000 US dollars profit. So that's why I felt more comfortable scalping today. I just used that profit. $7,000 is about close to 3.5% gain that I had on the account, so I was willing to risk that for the day, maybe even around 4% risk, just for some scalping, to show you that it can be done. And then I played around a bit again. I on this position I went long here. This was actually a trade that went a bit against me, and that I almost closed out for a loss. This was because I went long here. It was looking, before this candlestick, it was looking like it was going to go up. It was going to go and head towards the 100 exponential moving average. It was moving nicely, then it turned around and it just kind of tanked, and it got very, very close to me being stopped out. I added to the position over here, closed one position here, closed another position there for a profit, and for the rest I'd just been trading a little bit, taking some long positions here based on the averages on the 5-minute charts, another long position here, another long position here. So I got out of that, and the result is a nice, how much profit for the day? $29,000, which was on 200 and about 208,000. So that's almost 10% for the day. That's of course a bit ridiculous, but I actually only risked 4% of the account to gain 10%, which is a nice risk reward. And I only risked that 4% because of the fact that I had already made it from the trade early in the morning or from the last session, and I was willing to risk that profit and take a shot with it. If I hadn't made that 4% already, I wouldn't have risked more than 2% on the trade, and maybe then I could have made maybe 5% if it's realistic. I would only trade this big if I made a profit, and I would take shots with the profit to try and increase that. If I'm trading purely off my account balance, I would not take 4% risks. I would stick to 2% and 1% per trade per day that you risk, and that is the correct money management that you should follow if you want to be a profitable trader in the long run. Following that kind of schedule and money management, you can quite comfortably make between 7 and 12% every month if you do this full time, and on an account of $100,000 or more, that is a lot of money, and that can provide you with a very decent income. Now, if you're only trading with $500 or $1,000, then of course you cannot expect to do this full time and make a living from it, because even if you make 10% every month, and that is being a good trader with good money management and paying attention full time, then you're only going to make $100 a month, and there's no way you can live off that. So just have some realistic expectations of what you can make. Always stick to correct money management. Don't be in a hurry to increase that account, to trade too big with your account. Risk 1 to 2% per day, per trade, and in the long run you will come out ahead. So be sure to visit the blog at forexhabits.com and be sure to subscribe to this YouTube channel for more of these awesome analysis and to help you become a profitable trader. By the way, if you would like personal one-on-one coaching with me and how I can teach you correct money management, correct trading, proper trading strategies, then you are welcome to shoot me an email at contact@forexhabits.com. The information is also at the blog at forexhabits.com. So see you there. Hear from you soon. Cheers.